What's up, everyone? I'm your host, DJ Hamilton. Welcome to DJ Sports Show, the place where we discuss sports, share bold opinions, and untold stories that make a difference. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to hit the like, subscribe button, share anybody you know who loves sports. And then listen on any audio platform and leave a 5-star rating, share anybody you know who loves sports. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about NBA award predictions and some playoff predictions with Matt Cain and my guy, Phil Wilson. Get into our award picks for Rookie of the Year, MVP Defense Player of the Year, and talk about some playoff matchups that could potentially be happening. We don't know who the eighth seed is who's gonna be seventh and eighth seed yet, as the playing still needs to happen. We're gonna make our predictions and potential matchups that we might see in the playoffs. So without further ado, let's get into the show. What's up, everyone? I'm DJ Hamilton, and you're tuned into the DJ Sports Show, where we give you the latest, greatest, and most exciting sports stories in the world of sports, from interviews to having people's stories heard and told. This is the DJ Sports Show. Let's get it! We're here with the fellas, Matt Cain and Philip Wilson, joining me today on this lovely Sunday evening to discuss NBA awards. As we're recording this at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time on the regular season finale day of the NBA regular season. And we're going to make our award picks. We're going to discuss the NBA's best, where we honor the best players throughout the course of a season, give our MVP picks, 10th player of the year, rookie of the year, and so forth. How we doing, fellas?
What's up? How we feeling?
Living good, man. Enjoying this. Starting to feel like spring, man. It's starting to be sunny more often now. A little chilly still sometimes, but yeah. It's gonna feel like summer later this week with 78 degrees near 80 degrees on Tuesday.
Hell yeah, 89 degrees, man.
Man,
shit might be good.
I can't wait. Summertime. My birthday's in a few months. Man, it's feeling good.
Oh,
yeah.
I got mine in a couple days, bro. Mine's on Tuesday, the 14th.
You on Tuesday?
April
Damn.
14th.
31, right?
Yes, sir. 31. Yeah.
31. I turned 26 and July 25th. Man, time's flying, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be 22 in August, man. 22 in August.
22 in August. What's birthday, man? August what?
4th.
4th?
August 4th.
Leo like me. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
That's funny. Yeah. Under me and Matt get along.
For sure.
But just like how time flies fast in our real lives, the NBA season flew by in like the blink of an eye. I remember it was just October, watching the season opening night, and the Spurs and Mavericks. I'm seeing one beat this kill Anthony Davis and the Mavericks that night. I'm just like, man, you blink and now it's already playoff time. I'm like, where's the time go? So, but yeah, it's now time to make our award picks. We'll start with Rookie of the Year first. So this is it's been one of the most tightly contested races I've ever seen in terms of the Rookie of the Year race. In my time watching NBA, I've only remember a few where the race was this tight. Maybe the 2017-18 season where we had Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell. And then other than that, I can't really think, because Luka won. To me, he was the clear-cut Rookie of the Year in his year in 2018. Ja won his in 2019. I don't think anybody was challenging him. Another one, maybe Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball in 2020 during the COVID season. That's really what I could think of in the last decade in terms of a tightly contested Rookie of the Year race, in my opinion. And now this year we have it with Cooper Flagg of the Dallas Mavericks and Colin Knippel of the Charlotte Hornets, two former Duke greats and teammates who have been battling it out, setting historic marks this season for their teams. But this was a very close one for me, but I give the slight edge to Cooper Flagg. I just think he's been sensational all season, similar to Khan, but he's playing against the opposition's best defender every single night as the clear go-to guy, and he's still getting his on a nightly basis. He's set so many historic marks this season. He was the youngest player to score 40 in an NBA game. That broke LeBron James' record. He set a teenage record of 50 points in a single NBA game. He had the second most points for a rookie in a 2-game span, with 96, behind only Wilt Chamberlain. Like, that's historic. Anytime you're up there with Wilt Chamberlain or any great, that is historic company. That's something to be. You're distinguishing yourself from your peers. He has the most 40-point games by a teenager with 4, and he's on track to become the only rookie, along with Michael Jordan, to lead their team in total points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And he's the only teenage rookie in NBA history to average 26 and 4 while shooting better than 45% from the field. So he's not only getting it done offensively, he's also defending as well. He's doing it efficiently offensively, and he's having a more efficient offensive season in his rookie year than LeBron James even had. And the task that he's had to deal with the injuries to Kyrie Irving in the season, Anthony Davis, and then eventually him getting shipped off, he had to come in and be the guy. When he was first coming in, we thought, okay, he might be the third option. AD and Kyrie going to be healthy, but that wasn't the case. He had to come and get thrown into the fire. The expectations are on his back. And remember, he has more pressure coming on him because they just traded Luka Doncic, who we saw have an MVP season, and Mavericks fans are like, okay, what do we really have here with the number one pick? Let's show us what you got. And he came with all the pressure on him. Nico Harrison was still the GM at the time. Thank God they fired him later in the season. But at the time, entering the season, he was still the GM. And the development we saw from the opening night when he was just having the ball in his hands, he didn't look very comfortable running the offense. And the progression as the season went on is exponential. And I just want to say, kudos Cooper Flag. To me, in my opinion, outside of Wembanyama, he might be the second best franchise building cornerstone of any young player I'll probably build around after Wemby, under 25. He's that special. He does it on both ends. And I love his tenacity on both ends of the floor. He plays hard. He's about his teammates, and he wants to win. He does the little things. He dives on the ground, hustles, rebounds the basketball, makes his teammates better, and his shooting is getting better. I know that's his three-point shooting is his one weakness. I hope he improves on this offseason. I hope he gets a lot of reps with Klay Thompson. Hey, Klay, I need some tips on how to get better at shooting. I think he should be locked in that gym with Klay Thompson this summer. But everything else, what he's done this season, I know Colin can nipple what he's done for the Hornets. I don't want to dispute that. He set the single rookie season record for threes made, which is incredible. He's shattered the record. He's been an intricate part of why the Hornets are a potential playoff team. He's been crucial to their success, and he moves well without the ball. But I just think what Flag has to do with having to play against the best defender on the opposition every single night and the things he does all around and the historic marks he has set as a teenager, this distinguishes him from his peers. So my rookie of the year pick, I got Cooper Flag, man. Wave the flag.
I agree.
Wave the flag.
I mean, you kind of set it up. I mean, the thing we got to credit is honestly, hey, I don't know if anybody mentioned it, but I mean, the fact that we got two white dudes who are leading the way for rookie of the year, I know NBA history when the last time that's happened, probably back way back in the day. So I mean, credit that first, but also, but Cooper Flag, it was always his award to win anyway because number one overall pick, you got that expectation, you had that skill set as well. But shout out to Khan. I did not think, not that I thought Khan would be bad, but like I did not see this. I don't know about y'all. I did not see this. He's got not just a 3-point game, he's got overall just skill, and he's not scared of the moment. That's what I love. And also, even though it's not just him, obviously, the fact that it's his game is leading to winning, you get credit as well. I do think that needs to be said too, because the Hornets have been just a dumpster fire for so long. The fact that they just have something to look forward to with Khan, with Brandon Miller, all those guys, Melo Ball as well. The fact they have something to look forward to for the season to come. Season to come now, where like you got a real Dirk and Khan, to where now you might really be able to start winning. Which when's the last time we were able to say that in Charlotte? So credit to Khan for that. But Cooper Flag is just the real deal. You mentioned all the accolades already. Youngest to score 50 points as a teenager. I didn't think he'd be this good this soon. That's the part that really kind of amazes me the most. Where it's like his ceiling is limitless, bro. That's something I think I really want to highlight. Like if you can just picture him next year with a healthy Kyrie and then whoever they can get in the draft, they can get a really good piece in the draft. They're gonna be a really dangerous team for a long time. And as a Laker fan, I'm just thinking like, dang, they got rid of Luka, and then they get a guy who might be even better for them. I'm not saying better than Luka, but I'm saying as far as the guy who can play both ends of the floor, as well as be a bucket, a primetime bucket when needed to, and then having Kyrie with him.
It's likely too back next year.
Yep. Gafford, all them dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very interesting next year, and for obviously years to come. We got a Cooper Flag, man. So I just think the NBA is such a great place. That's something I don't know just gets credited enough with a guy like that, and then Khan and all the other talent. Even in this past draft, VJ come I like as well. Then you think about next year, the dude that's going to come in, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I just want to say, give Flag more credit. Like I mentioned it earlier, but the fact that you come in with so much pressure on your hands, Luka was a franchise-altering talent, prime, and it's not his fault that they traded Luka. They Like they won the draft lottery, which is kind of one of the biggest conspiracy theories ever that they won the draft lottery. It's like to make people think like, oh, because I remember I was shocked when I was like their odds. I'm like, they had like one of the lowest odds, 7.9% to win it, and they won it. I'm just like, that's a little bit odd there to me. Seems a little rigged. But to come in, if you're a Mavericks fan, I know you're probably still healing from the Luka, pain. He got robbed of his prime years because look what he did this season with the Lakers. But hey, a great consolation prize you got right there with Cooper Flag, man. He looks like a future superstar and two-way superstar at that. And he's shown his offensive capabilities to me is what really jumped out to me this year. I knew he was a good offensive player, but I thought maybe it'll take a few years. His defense, I already knew he was special. From the time he was a young kid, that's what stood out to me more about him as a prospect when I first saw him around 14, 15 years old. But his offense has really taken a jump exponentially this year at a rate nobody saw coming. He's having 30, 40-point bomb, 50-point games. I'm like, whoa, and this guy's only 19 years old. I'm like, yeah, easy. If he's doing that, and once his shot gets better from the outside, his handle gets a little tighter, which it has throughout the course of the season, he gets a little stronger. Imagine what he is 3, 4, 5 years from now once he really gets his grown man body. This guy is going to be legit. I think he's going to be the Texas rival for Wembanyama once he gets a competent team around him and continues to progress his game. He's special. I think he's going to be the next American face of the NBA. It's going to be between him or Anthony Edwards. Those two guys, I think, are going to be jockeying for that position. But yeah, Cooper Flag, well, he's had to come in a situation where you have a lot of fans who are basically kind of mourning the loss of Luka Doncic. You come in, you give them some sense of hope. Yeah, he's lived up to every bit of expectations. Honestly, exceeded expectations for me, especially on the offensive end.
Nah, yeah, I agree. Cooper Flag's been doing his thing, but for me, I have to give it to Khan. I have to give it to Khan Knipple. Only because, like, personally, I didn't think any of the other Duke guys coming out in the draft were going to be good, respectfully. And what he has done for Charlotte is being that key second option or that key catch and shoot guy until LaMelo, the person that he needed all along, has been great. Breaking shooting records and stuff like that. Like, he is cooking over there. Like, Charlotte really got something on their hands. And just like Dallas too, like, Cooper Flag's great, and what he kind of came in as the number one, so he was supposed to be great almost. That's pretty much what everybody puts on the number one pick. So I gotta go with the sleeper pick, Con Knipple, bro, rookie of the year. Yeah.
I know some people try to make arguments. Like I've heard some other like media outlets, podcasts, whatever. They try to say, yeah, Khan, he's helping his team win, but when was rookie of the year really determined by wins? This ain't MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
About individual dominance. Like we don't judge rookie of the year based on, oh yeah, they're helping their team win. No, that's for MVP guys. Like this is about individual success. That's what, because if it was about that, then I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll give it to Khan, but it's never really historically been about that. And to me, just Cooper's all-around numbers are just better, except for three-point shooting. That's where Khan hasn't beat. But I think, honestly, if you do co-rookie of the year, I'll be happy. I think we can even have a co-rookie.
Yeah, do that at this point. Like, do that.
Yeah, like, honestly. Like, we should have a Grant Hill, Jason Kidd, 95 rookie of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Here. Like, we haven't had it since then. I think this is a year where we could definitely have it.
No, we should.
Impactful for their teams in ways even better than their organizations could even imagine. So, yeah, rookie of the year for me is Flag, but co-rookie of the year, I think we could, the NBA will be okay with that, especially in this year's class.
Exactly.
It's a very good class for NBA. All right, sixth man of the year. This one I'm just gonna do quick. I have Keldon Johnson of San Antonio Spurs. To me, he was like a big energizer bunny for this second unit for the Spurs this year. He's been consistent for them. He's someone who I think is one of the great leaders on this team in terms of what he brings on the court. He's someone who can provide scoring for you, spacing from the outside, from knocking down threes. He's a great hustler as well. He rebounds the basketball. He plays hard on the defensive end. And he's been a key reason why the Spurs have been successful this season. So that's who I have for my sixth man of the year. Sixth man, I think, was the weakest category this year. But I think, to me, Keldon Johnson gets the award, especially the big turnaround the Spurs have had. He's definitely been a key part of that.
Thanks.
I agree. I mean, to kind of to not belabor the point with Keldon, I agree. It wasn't really as like interesting to talk about as other years. As far as that award, the dude who I liked, but like I believe he started too many games was Peyton Pritchard. I love his game, but I got how many games he started. He wasn't able to, I think, even be a nominee for it. But yeah, I agree. Keldon, also the fact how good the Spurs are, he's one of those underrated guys on the team. I mean, he was a starter for years beforehand, so it's like
Yep.
the fact
He
that
was giving you 20,
was
over 20 at one point.
Yeah.
Was a star for the Spurs.
Yeah.
So he's someone, but he had to put his ego aside for the betterment of the team, which is why I love him, man.
Which is a big reason why they're winning. That Spurs culture is key, man. So I just think it just the fact that they got so many names with the Spurs. Like, I mean, Wembanyama obviously that's the major name, but like the Stephon Castle, the De'Aaron Fox, Vassell, John, bro, they're gonna be good for a very long
Dylan
time.
Harper. Another great rookie right there.
And that's play a role also in the playoffs. Just those waves of guys that you can bring in people. So shout out to Keldon, man. He's gonna be a really good player for a long time.
Yeah. You,
nah, that's real. I mean, 6 man a year wasn't really, like you guys said, it wasn't as stacked. So I think Keldon will get it because number one, I love his game too. So I remember last year when he was starting, or a year before that when he was starting, he was like used to cook people, bro. And I'm like, yo, this dude is nasty. So him just taking that role and be like, I'll go to the bench. That is a winning mentality, and he deserves to get 6 man of the year. But another person I want to shout out is Jaime Jaquez, because he had a great rookie season, and he took that rookie season into this season, and he was just like, Coach Spo, I do whatever you want, and pretty much he was like that Energizer Bunny off the bench, winning gruesome games. He would always finish a lot of close games, and so yeah, I just want to give a shout out to him because what he's been doing with is nasty.
I think he leads the league in scoring off the bench when I checked NBA.com. Yeah,
he exactly.
Averages over 16 a game.
Yeah.
So I definitely see him winning it. Another guy we need
So
to give some love to, AJ Mitchell for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah. He nasty too.
Thunder got so many guys off the bench.
That's why I was like, I don't know if I could do a guy on the Thunder because their bench is basically a starting lineup. So
yeah,
they signed Wallace. Like,
even though I love AJ, it's like, damn, your team is so stacked, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like you got the MVP, you got J-Dub, who's like when he's healthy, a top 15, 20 player, and then Shaq, who has really been coming into his own, dominant defender, even gotten better this year. So it's like, and then you have the other Aaron Wiggins, you have Alex Caruso. It's like, damn, I don't want to penalize him when he's also a key part. Bro. Yeah, they're so loaded, bro. Like the Spurs are great, but they're still young and inexperienced. The Thunder, though, they have experience. They're polished. They've been in playoff runs now, so it's like, ooh, damn.
Yeah.
Jaime Jaquez, though, he does have a good point too. Like I know that they're not having as much team success as the Spurs and Thunder, but what he's been doing, you can't underestimate.
Well, when they were rolling, like early in the season, like January, February, when they were like on a roll, he was the one like pulling those games out. Like when they were losing, he'll come in off the bench, give them a spark, and then next thing you know they win by like 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? So he's been really that guy. At post Jimmy,
And by the way, he's a dude. And real quick on the Heat, it's just like they've kind of been in that purgatory where it's just been like playing all the time.
My friend,
right. You kind of wonder with Hawkins. Is that a dude that you could say could be more of a focal point? You know what I'm saying in the offense, where like, could you kind of got the dudes you got, and like you kind of you see how far you're gonna go with them, which isn't nearly good enough. And the worst, I know the worst place to be in the NBA is in the middle, which is right where they
messy middle, man.
You know what I'm saying? Even when they made the finals, they were with the 8 seed, right? So it's just like, man, you wonder like, God, like Hawkeye, I love his game at UCLA. Sister's a baller as well. But like, you just want to like with guys like that, like, is that a dude, young guy you could build around to hopefully be more of a focal point of your team? Obviously, you think about adding, key players like obviously Giannis or Josh sometime in the off season. But like, man, I just wonder with a team like that, with the culture that they built, like, how are you in this state where you're just perpetually mid? You know what I'm saying? Something's got to change.
That's the only thing with his game, though. His game is such a like old school, slow type of game because he has like a nice post up game, and like his go to move is a post up baby hook. So with the league now, I don't think he's like that first option because of the way his game is set up. So that's pretty much why I feel like the Heat have been mid, is because they have they have great talent, but it's so like an old school foundation type.
Old fashioned,
yeah. I mean, I like it. I like some of the guys they got. Andrew Wiggins, Bam, obviously. So I like the Heat, but I think that's a main reason why they're pretty always in the middle.
Yeah, Hawk has. I don't see him. I think he needs to be like a third option on a winning team. He's definitely not exactly. 1 or 2. Third, I can see him being the third option. He can give you 16 to 18 a night, which is a good third option. So, yeah. I told my friend that he should have tanked this year. This was when perfect year to tank. He's like, I know these stupid idiots. My friend Joseph was like the biggest Heat fan I know.
Get in the middle, man.
You gotta love it though. They're never gonna.
He said, "Watch today, last day of the regular season, they're gonna look like the world beaters, or in the play-in, and they go back to being mid." He's so mad.
I think I'm gonna play this year. That's my thing.
Because next year's draft's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be a good class. So,
dang.
Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta love it though. Like they compete day in and day out, no matter if it's a win or loss. So that's why I mess with them heavy.
Yeah.
Hey, the highlight of their season is Bam's 83-point game. So, hey, that's what they hang their hat on. That's the highlight of the season. What do you say?
No, I said that's still insane. The fact that I hate Bam. It's like you forget. It's like, damn, Bam really did that.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Not Luka, not Shea, Victor. Like, damn, Bam really did that.
Not KD, not Steph.
Yeah.
Nah, it's crazy, man. All right.
Shout out to Bam, though.
Most improved, Gilgeous-Alexander Walker, Atlanta Hawks, man. When you more than double your scoring average from 9.4 points per game to 20.8, you're averaging career highs in scoring, rebounds, assists, and free throw percentage. You're shooting over 90% from the foul line, and there's no way I cannot give you most improved, bro. Like and you're helping your team win too. The Hawks have been one of the biggest surprises this season, pleasant surprises, I might add. And he's been one of the shining catalysts on this resurgent Hawks team. When they trade away Trae Young, they got rid of the Trae Young. They started ushering a new era with him and Jalen Johnson, who is also another guy you consider for most improved as well. He's someone who I think is definitely an All-NBA player this year. He's catapulted himself into that discussion. But Gilgeous-Alexander Walker, I honestly, I don't think anybody else should win this award. It's his to lose. But he's had 14 30-point games and a 41-point outburst where he had a game winner against the Utah Jazz. This was a guy on the Minnesota Timberwolves last year. Over the last couple of years, he was a key part of their bench unit and why they were successful getting to the conference finals. I know they're probably kicking themselves right now because he could be that secondary scorer that the Timberwolves could use right now next to Anthony Edwards. So it's like, damn. I know the Timberwolves, they kind of got rid of him due to money reasons, but they traded him away for a swap and stuff, get rid of him. But man, I know the Hawks are like, thank you, because look what he's been doing for them. And the Hawks have the Pelicans first round unprotected draft pick this year. So this team is the GM. We gotta give him kudos, man. He's been doing his thing. He built this franchise after the Trae Young era pretty much quickly. I'm not saying they're title contenders, but they're heading in the right direction. And Alexander Walker has been a key contribution to that.
Absolutely. Now, what I do want to say, obviously we agree on Nick Alexander Walker being most improved, but I gotta say, what I love about him winning is because the fact that he is, I think, the prototype of what the award should be. Because a lot of times I think about, like, in the past we had John Morant win, who was number 2 pick in the draft. Like, you're supposed to improve to be.
Like, you're supposed to be a superstar.
Like, it only would be a story if your ass didn't improve. Like, if you were exactly reach your shame, you know what I'm saying? Number 1 overall pick, not doing nothing. But what I'm saying is, like, I love the fact that you got a guy who was a number, 17th pick of the draft when he was drafted. You know what I'm saying? Kind of making his way in the league, you know what I'm saying? And then finds the right situation, where a team believes in him, finds the right role where a team can, blossom with his production as well. Now, I credit it the most when a team, when you can improve your numbers and also improve, a team's success. I love that the most. So to go from when was it 9.4, I believe it was last year with the Timberwolves,
Yeah,
it's a 20.8. Like that's an insane jump.
that's more
I don't
than
know what the
double.
all-time. I don't know what the all-time boost is as far as going from like what one number to another, but that is an insane jump, especially this one. His career, 27 years of age. He's building out a nice path for himself in his NBA career at this point, bro. And shout out the Hawks. Like I said, you mentioned the GM, like the moves they made, despite Risa Share not blossoming into much of anything. Like the fact that you still got something nice to build around, and Nikhil is just a dude who like you kind of had an idea that he could be more impactful in a role. I mean, you got to imagine the Timberwolves probably kicking themselves for not re-signing him. They probably could have put him in the role that he is in with Atlanta. But man, like the fact that you put him in a situation with Jalen Johnson, Gilgeous-Alexander Walker, and now what are they in? What are they 6 right now? I know it changes all the time. Or is it?
They're fifth, but games
fifth,
today
okay.
will finalize everything.
Right. So I'm looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs, bro. Whoever they match up with, I'm not sure how it could end up in the end, because obviously it could still change. But like, it would, I would not be shocked, with the Hawks getting a possible first round, series win. It wouldn't shock me with whoever they match up against, and the Kings will be a big part of that.
No, definitely.
I agree. I remember when Alexander signed with the Hawks. It was one of those things like, all right, what are you doing? Because you're leaving Minnesota, going to Atlanta when they still had Trey. So it's like you leaving a contender to go to the middle of the pack. But then, as I seen him come into his role, and then now with the trade, I saw him like going off, and he's really coming into like that score. I love what the Hawks are doing. Like that GM did a good job because you got Alexander Walker and Kaminga, so you have two core cornerstones that you could build from, and it's just great to see. My vision for them honestly is like a great defensive team, almost like what OKC got. So that GM's doing a good job as well. So yeah, he's most improved definitely.
The other guys you could probably mention, Jalen Duren for the Pistons. He's another guy who jumped to All-Star NBA status this year. When the Pistons were without Cade, he was keeping them afloat, helping them win games, stay in that number one seed. And what he's been doing all season, that's double-double machine. Jalen Johnson, you can mention as well, another guy who's elevated his game to another level.
Atlanta Hawks.
This category was one of the most stacked ones. There's some good players. Keontae George, even though he's on a losing team, but he took his game to another level this year as well. Like there's a lot of quality candidates in this most improved.
It's
player.
another dude I want to mention too. Denny Avia.
For the Blazers.
Got him. That first All-Star. He been a bucket, man. I know the Wizards, because I live near DC, so I remember when he got drafted and like he didn't really pan out, but like man, I know the Wizards wish they would have had his ass back with the way the season gone. Averaging 24 points per game for the Blazers, who should make the playoffs possibly.
You could argue Denny Avia could be an NBA third team selection. Like he's been that good.
And I just checked to hit the games too. He got 65 games.
Yeah,
he definitely could.
Yeah, he definitely could. So, most improved though, I think it should go to Gilgeous-Alexander Walker. Even though it's gonna be close, I think it's between. To me, it's gonna be either him or Avia, but I got Gilgeous-Alexander Walker. He's just such a big catapult in production. So we got to give him kudos for that.
I agree.
Coach of the year, I got Mitch Johnson, the Spurs, man. When you have to come in to an organization where you're succeeding the legendary Greg Popovich, there's expectations. There's expectations to bring the franchise back to relevancy. And this was a franchise over the last 2 seasons went 56 and 108 in the first 2 years of Wemby's career. I know he had the blood clot that kind of hurt him last year where he missed games, but you guys missed the playoffs for 6 consecutive years or so. Now, you turn this team around your first full season as a head coach to become a 60-win team, second best record in the loaded Western Conference. That's substantial right there. Like, we can't refute that. Like, we have to really give him his kudos. What he's done with this young team, too, in the Spurs, who don't really have playoff experience, and now people are saying they could be a real legitimate title threat. We got to give Mitch Johnson. I know Wemby is a big part of that and the players, but Mitch Johnson, what he's been able to do, and the fact that he was able to outcoach The Thunder coach, I'm forgetting his name, like losing my train of thought right now.
Mark
Mark
Yeah.
Daigneault. Yeah. You beat them 3 times with their full squad. That shows your ability to make adjustments. We'll see how it is in the playoffs. They match up in the West Conference Finals. We'll see. It's a different ball game, but what he's shown in his first full season as a head coach, I can see him being the successor to legendary Greg Popovich for a long time. I love the way he coaches. He interacts with this generation of guys well because he's a young coach or he gets them. He's just an amazing coach, and I just love what he does and what he's done for this team to help them turn it around so substantially in one season. Coming to the season, we all thought, okay, maybe the Spurs could sneak into the playoffs, 6 seed, 7 seed, maybe. No one saw this. No one saw, oh, this team's a title contender. I gotta give my coach a D to Miss Johnson.
Man, I was looking forward to this one. This was probably one of the awards I'm looking forward to most. I feel like this was the one we might get the most conversation or like maybe debate on. Because not that I don't like your pick, it was good, but to me, when you mentioned expectation and when you mentioned we didn't see this coming, nobody saw the Celtics. And mind you, I'm a Laker fan saying this, bro. I don't enjoy saying this. I'm not happy about it, but it's got to be.
Trust me, bro. I'm a Knicks fan, bro. Trust me.
Man, nobody's. The Celtics didn't even see the success they had this season. They didn't even see it. That's why they got rid of so many different guys who now are losing situations. Al Horford, Kristaps, guys like that. But the fact is, Jaylen Brown himself said it that we're a 50-win team in a quote unquote gap year. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that like you even give Jason Tatum a reason to come back, because that's another thing. If they would have been in what people believe was a play-in situation, maybe even like a fifth seed, something like that, where they're good, but they're not an elite team. You know what I'm saying? No one's really thinking they're going to win a championship. Tatum might not even have came back. It's like, what are you really coming back to, right? The fact that you got a guy who was considered an MVP candidate, Jaylen Brown took a step forward. Not to mention that Joe Mazzulla in his 4 years as head coach, he's been with 55 wins every single year. 55 or more wins every single year. So you got to factor that in as far as his track record as well. Then bring it into this season, coming into a situation you don't have your best player for most of the season. Then even when he comes back, he's coming back more into a Robin role, which is great because of the fact that like with the injury that he had, like it is great to just see him playing basketball. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying. But to me, like by far, when you think about expectation, I know for me, you can check the tapes. I had the Cavaliers and the Knicks being those teams that like were the two teams in the East that were going to go at it for the chip. At least coming out the East, right? I thought the Celtics, I didn't think they'd be bad. I didn't necessarily think playing was where they'd be at. I thought, like I say, 5-6, area, be a solid team and not really a threat. The fact that they're an actual threat, like they could win the championship this year. They're not my pick to win, but the fact that they very much reasonably could, no one's gonna be shocked if they do. Mazzulla deserves all that credit. I mean, to think of all the pieces that are playing well that they added, obviously Anthony Simons before they traded him, he was playing good basketball. You got I'm not sure how to say his name, Keta, the big man, playing some good ball as well. You picked up Vucevic, who was playing well on the Bulls. You bring him in seamlessly. He's playing great ball. Just all the people. Derek White's obviously there, consistent, kind of a little bit of everything type of guy in his role. Just the fact, all the pieces that they had, and obviously Jaylen Brown, the role he's stepping to as that Batman role. Shout out to Kendrick. Just thinking of everything that they've done this year, and again, I always focus on expectation because no one saw it happening. I mean, also to a degree, when you have Wembanyama, there is some expectation. You know what I'm saying, to take that next step forward. Obviously, we didn't see this. I agree with you with that, but no one saw the Celtics being a championship contender this year, and definitely not being number 2 in the East. And I would argue the favorite to come out of the East as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Coach of the Year, it was for me. It was a little hard because number one, Mike Brown is a terrible coach, and I feel like he could have did a better job. So let me go on a little rant for this dude. I thought my expectations for him, I thought he was gonna be in there, because he won the award before, so I thought he was gonna do something great with this squad. But as we all know, he didn't. He is terrible. But going forward, Mitch Johnson for the Spurs has really like caught my eye mostly beating OKC at full capacity. That was like three times I might like that was great. So yeah, the Spurs and what they got with Mitch is fire, especially coming out like you said, DJ coming after Greg Popovich. I do want to shed some light on JB Bickerstaff of Detroit. Nobody saw Detroit
Yeah.
having number one seed for real. Like I said, like everybody thought it was the Knicks' time. We were supposed to be number one. Yada yada yada. Nobody saw Detroit having a engine behind them, and they have JB Bickerstaff, and what he's done with that squad is truly phenomenal. So yeah, and I agree. Also, Missoula, he could be in it too, but my pick is Mitch Johnson. So yeah.
Like the diversity, the variety we have here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because the next one, honestly, is probably a no-brainer. Yeah, the defensive player of the year. I mean, if anybody has anybody other than Victor Wembanyama, you're probably on crack. That's just sort of let you guys know that right now. Because what this guy's
Yeah.
done defensively is honestly asinine. When you lead third, this is the third straight season he's led the league in blocks. And this is his lowest of his career. 3.1 is his lowest so far. He's the most terrifying defensive force we've probably seen in the modern era, probably outside Hakeem Olajuwon. Like it's scary. When I'm watching games with this guy, when he's in the paint, I see guys because usually in the past, even big men who were big time shot blockers like Dwight Howard or Kevin Garnett, Rudy Gobert, some guys will still go and challenge them. They're going to try to attempt, even if they get blocked, okay, cool. But when they go against Wemby, some reason they be petrified. They're like, oh no, they've seen in the vicinity. They're like, oh no, let me go twirl around and go faster to somebody else. Like they don't even try to attempt it, man. I've never seen nothing like this, bro. Because I've seen great shot blockers throughout my time. I've never seen nothing like this. Where NBA players, the best of the best in the world, are petrified to shoot against this guy. And what makes him unique, he doesn't just defend in the paint. He can defend you and block shots on the perimeter. I've seen him do it multiple times through pick and roll coverage, drop coverage, everything. And his 8-foot wingspan, he could cover so much ground. He has the chance to become the first unanimous defense player of the year in NBA history. He recently spoke about it, that he expects to make history becoming the first unanimous player in NBA history doing defense player of the year. And he'll be the youngest to ever do it, too, if he wins, which he obviously is going to win it because he just became eligible for the 65-game minimum. But even if he played 64 games, 63, he still would have been my pick here. I don't screw the 65-game minimum. He's my pick here. But if Spurs are third in defensive rating, he's fourth individually defensive rating. He has the best defensive field goal percentage among big men in the league. Leads the league in defensive win shares and defensive box plus minus. He joined Shaq as the only players under the age of 23 to finish the season averaging over 3 blocks per game with defensive rating of 103 or less and more than 5 defensive win shares. And he's the only one to do it with a block percentage of over 9 under the age of 25. Ludicrous stuff. Like just straight ludicrous. We've seen big, tall guys over the years, Yao Ming, Mark Eaton, Kemi Mutombo. They weren't doing stuff like this, man. That's why I hate when people say, oh, yeah, because he's tall. Okay, Zach Edey ain't doing this, so let's stop the hating, bro. Like the MB is ugly to see. Let's stop. Let's appreciate greatness. Like I appreciate watching Jokic, appreciate watching SG, I appreciate watching me. I appreciate greatness. What we're seeing is greatness right here. He's not even in his fully finalized form. He is 22. The guy just barely became legal to drink just last year. He still has years before his prime. He's like 5 years away from his prime. And with his mentality to get better, I can't imagine what he's like 5 years from now bearing injuries. Oh, man. This is the first of many EPOYs. Only way he doesn't win more than 4 is injuries or voter fatigue. He should, by the time his career is over, he should have the record for most defensive player of the year. This guy's insane. And what's even scary, he's only going to get smarter defensively as he gets more experience. Once he gets some playoff experience and then he watches film, he's going to get even better. Because once you get through those lumps, those pains, like, oh, the playoffs, you know what to expect now. Next season, you come back even better. Man, but this one's a no-brainer. There's nobody. If he wasn't eligible, my next guy would have been Chet, because Chet has been dominant. He has the best defensive rating in the league. Thunder had the best defensive rating amongst teams in the league. But even his numbers dwarfs Chet's, which is insane. And Chet is a dominant defender and shot block. Yeah. And then when they try to mention, what do you think of Chet? He kind of just like shrugged it off. He's like, oh, Steph Castle? He really does not like Chet. Chet took his gold in 2021. I was watching that game too in 2021 when he was 17 going against a 18, 19-year-old Chet. 2-year difference. I was like, he was giving Chet the business, even though Chet had the better team. I was like, that's when I first really watched Wemby. I mean, I first heard of him in 2020, 15, 16 years old. That was the first real game I watched of him. And I was like, damn, this guy giving USA the business. Like, NBA, watch out. Once he gets some muscle on him and finds his game more, and then he's been realizing that potential. Yeah, man, I just love this guy's what he brings to the game is so refreshing, and we haven't seen it from the NBA in a long time. It reminds me of the 2000 stars like Kobe, Allen Iverson. He brings that attitude, but he also backs it up with his play, and he does it on both ends. If you're an NBA fan, there's no reason you should be hating this guy. He brings everything right about the NBA that you love to see, and a young star and potential next face of the league. So, Defense Player of the Year, this one's a clear one. With the run by Alma. Stamp it.
Man, ain't much to say. You kind of said it all right there. I'm gonna just stay tuned to points. When we're doing the research, not for this award necessarily, but I was just curious. Like, I'm like, who the hell is second and third? Like, who are the nominees? Because it's like you can just make Wembanyama 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, you know, it wasn't really nothing to talk about. And it's one of those things where could you imagine the vitriol the NBA would have had if dude did not hit the 65 game minimum? Nobody would have taken Chet seriously. But you know damn well you ain't winning no damn.
It's like the same last year, you know what I'm saying? Mobley won it. He had the blood clot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, really, dude. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that, and then I think about like it makes me think about the conversation. I remember earlier this season they asked him like, "Hey, like when it comes to this rivalry, I'm paraphrasing between the Thunder and the Spurs, and then between you and Chet," and he was like, and he basically was like, "Who?" Like, it's like, really, it's between me and Shea. I don't know who this Chet dude. Like, come on, bro. Like who fans is this? You know what I'm saying? That was so. You know what I'm talking about? That was so funny, bro. He's like, don't compare this man to me at all.
Not like Chet. And it's more him. Chet doesn't really. He's be like, yeah, I'm just trying to win the game. Yeah,
he's so good for basketball, man. I had to say that. I had to say about
he takes it so personal, bro.
I love it, bro.
It's like you don't see that anymore because guys are too scared trying to be too cool. This is why it's so refreshing to see. Like he brought the competitiveness back to the All-Star game. I haven't seen it that competitive since 2020 when the year Kobe passed. God rest his soul. That's the reason why the guys played hard that year 2020 because Kobe, and then this year because Wemby. And Edwards said it too. We played hard because Wemby set the tone.
Yeah, and I respect not just that. I respect that like he's vocal about wanting to win because sometimes dudes play too cool. Oh no, it's just winning. I'm about the team.
They're not.
We know about the team, but like it's not about the team when you get in a Supermax contract and winning MVP helps with that. So let's not pretend like that don't matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck. So like, you know what I mean?
It hurts guys' money.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Something like the fact that he's vocal about winning when he's awards, this matters to me. That's great to hear for a guy like that for the NBA.
And he takes it personal too because Chet got that chip. He's like, I can't let him get DPOY too. Mm-hmm. Hell no. Chip and DPOY over me? That's in the back of his head. He's like, nah, even though I have a rib contusion right now, if I'm able to play, I'm going to play. Look what he did. Dropped 40 against the Mavericks. I didn't even think he was going to play that well. I thought, just get 20 minutes, let me take it easy.
Yeah.
Dudes,
he said he wouldn't have played.
13 bucks.
Like, he wouldn't have played now for the win.
I'm just like, take it easy, Wemby. We need you for the playoffs. So relax. Like, just go light. Go light. I don't know if he plays tonight against the Nuggets as we speak, but if he does, I hope they.
He got the game.
If I'm them, I rest him. Get him ready for the playoffs. Yeah. Let him rest his rib, ice it, heat it, everything. Yeah. It was funny. Jokic needs to play to get the 65-game minimum. They're saying he got wrist.
Yeah, he needs to play 15 minutes.
So that's crazy.
Jokic doesn't play. They need to get rid of him, bro. It's horrific. Because they tell me,
he got to play tonight.
Just make NBA? Jokic. Get the hell out of here.
That's not necessary, bro.
Just because of some arbitrary rule. The guy who's averaging near 30-point triple-double for the second year in a row, the best player in the league, get out of here. They need to, If say he doesn't play this game, there's gonna be there's gonna be an outrage. It's like the same with Luka. You can tell me.
And imagine he gets hurt, like God forbid, like oh my god.
I expect Jokic to play maybe 20 minutes and then he'll sit down rest of the game, but. Yeah, because Jamal Murray's sitting, a lot of their starters are sitting, but Jokic can't sit because he needs the one game.
Dang, so, I did not know he couldn't sit.
So it's an interesting dilemma. We'll see what happens.
No, for sure.
Who's Who's your guy, Matt? The same guy?
Yeah, Wembayama, honestly, or not.
Yeah.
Like you said, all the stats.
There's really nothing to say.
Yeah, you said all the stats like that, but like when I watched him, literally this year and last year, he altered shots just by being on the floor. So like, as mostly with the games he played against the Knicks, he altered a lot of their shots, and then second halves is where we made the adjustments and stuff like that. But if you could alter your opponent's shot just by being on the floor, that's great. Like that's DPOY right there, yo. That reminds me of like Tony Allen and stuff like that, where they used to put people in difficult positions. So yeah, it's really nothing more you could say. If not Chet, but also Chet also has a better defensive team around him, regardless. So
Yeah.
yeah, Wemby's my
That's
number
very
one
true.
pick. So
Yeah, it's like Shaq's dominance in the paint changed the whole geometry of the game. Steph Curry's dominance from the outside shooting changed the whole geometry of how the game looked. And now Wemby's defense is what he can cover, the amount of ground he can cover. It's it's like similar to
it's
those
crazy.
guys, what they did. It's
It's crazy.
incredible. Like we're watching
He could be
this
on
guy's
one
getting
side of the
multiple
block,
shots.
and the player could be on the other side, and he could still get to the ball.
And he blocks it. He could block it with either hand just equally well, left or right. Like not a lot of guys
League,
can do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
like
last
it's
person I
insane. He can
seen
go left or
do
right.
that was probably like last person I seen do that was probably like Dwight Howard, and Dwight was just super athletic, so
Like
that's why he.
Dwight and Anthony
High.
Davis for me.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis too. Like Anthony Davis was an elite shot
He's
blocker.
never won one.
Yeah, he's like the
Because
greatest because injuries hurt him, and then Rudy Gobert
he
started
ain't
stole
getting
one
now.
from him, and then Wemby started coming. It's like, damn, AD is gonna be like the greatest defense player ever to never win DPOY.
He's never won one.
I was just watching that
AD
2020
is up there.
Lakers team. That defensive team, that team was so nasty, bro.
Even his Lakers years were great, but his Pelicans years were even better. Like his Pelicans years were insane. Like the way we see Wemby now, like people talk about him uniqueness and all that. We were talking about a young AD like that. Like AD was that dude.
100%. Oh yeah,
he was smooth offense. His offense took a big jump that we didn't think he was going to become, because people compared him to like Kevin Garnett coming out of college, Marcus Camby. Some said Tim Duncan. I was like, this guy. And then I saw his rookie year. He was solid, but he didn't blow onto the scene like we thought. Damian Lillard took rookie of the year from him. And then his second year, he took the jump offensively. Then his third year, he really took the jump to all NBA status and all that.
Yeah.
So, and then when we saw with him in the playoffs that year against the Warriors, we were like, oh, this guy's only 22. And what he was doing, they just never put a real competent team around him. But yeah, you take AD, mix him with KD and Hakeem Olajuwon, make them 7 inches taller. You get Wemby. Yeah, with some Giannis in there, yeah, it's freakish because he's starting to get a little stronger now too. You see it like him in the post game conferences. See the muscle? I'm like, he was not looking like that his first year. He was a string beam. He's been getting stronger, man. It's scary. And he can make free throws, so you can't even like hack a Wemby. The dude shoots over 80% from the foul line. The NBA has an issue if that dude stays healthy and they continue to put good pieces around him for the next decade plus. He's going to win multiple titles.
They already got the pieces around him. Like De'Aaron Fox in his prime, Castle is getting better, Harper's getting better. Like all they need is just to keep adding the vets.
Yeah,
I want to know what's going to happen once Harper, because Harper looks like a future All-NBA guard. They're going to have to do something with Fox. Either he's going to have to accept maybe a off the bench role, or they're going to have to trade him. I said right now I've been saying it for a while now. I said it once they got Fox. Said we'll see what Harper turns out to be, because I said if he develops into the All-Star, like they chose him as second overall pick, Fox is going to be expendable. He's going to be expendable. I'm just going to say I've been saying that for a while.
But could you also like see if Dylan Harper develops into like the 2 guard and just play him at the same time?
I think he's a point man. He's a point man.
Yeah, so I think
he's a true point. Yeah. He's not Steph Castle is a 2, and Devin Vassell. Harper's a 1. He's definitely a 1. He can play the 2, but he's primarily a lead guard. He's so strong too. He gives me like Jason Kidd vibes a little bit. Yeah, someone even said he has a little SGA in him. Like, I can't imagine what he's like 2 years from now. Once he gets more minutes, he can improve his shooting from the outside, the mid-range game. Yeah,
Yeah.
he could go left or right. He be punching it home on people. I'm like, yo, I did not know he was this athletic. I knew he was like some of the plays
I
I seen him
watched him at
do,
Rutgers.
crazy.
I watched him at Rutgers. He was nasty.
Yeah, Rutgers. I didn't know he could get up like that. Some of the blocks too, I've seen him do. I'm like, damn, this guy. He's a big guard too. He's 6'5". He's strong for a guard.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
know if he's that tall. Okay.
Yeah, I think 2 years from now, we're gonna be talking about this guy potential all-star. If he continues to develop, I think he has that type of talent. Like this rookie class was special, man. And Harper,
Hey, also,
I feel
if
like if he was an opportunity, if he was in a situation where he had got more minutes, we'd be talking about him in the rookie of the year race more because he could
that
put
is
up
true, that
numbers.
is true. Also, I feel like a award that he could win in the next year or so could be sixth man of the year because you got Fox in his prime, so now you got Harper off the bench that could give you that extra boost. So because you don't want to trade De'Aaron Fox in his prime, like he's 28 right now, so you don't want to trade him
Yeah,
now
that's
or even next year when
well.
he's
If you look at
29.
Reddit,
So
if you look at some of the comments the other day, they were saying Darren Fox sold the game against the Nuggets because he was taking bad shots, like he was the go-to guy, and he just hit the
I'm still a
shooters.
Darren Fox fan, bro. I've been a fan of Darren Fox since I seen
They're like,
him.
oh, he sold the game for us. Harper was better because he wasn't turning the ball over. I'm like, damn.
And he sacrificed his game too as well.
Yeah, he
You
did.
gotta
He
credit
did.
Aaron for that.
He did.
Yeah, because he knows Wemby is the guy, so he's like, I want to be able to make this guy better. He said it before in post-game interviews. I seen him say, I'm here to make Wemby's job easier and make him the best player he can be, which is what you want on your franchise, especially when
And
you have
also,
transformative
also,
talent.
also with De'Aaron Fox too, I think he's really like fully in on the team. One because like his personal life, like his wife, he said is from San Antonio area, so he wants to accommodate her and his wife, which I loved when he said that in the post game
Yeah.
or in the
I
press
hope they
conference.
keep
So
him
I
for the
was
long term. I really hope they do because he
exactly
even though he's not as young as the other guys, he's not even in his 30s yet. He's only gonna turn 29 later this year. He's still in his 20s, still in
exactly
his prime. So, and maybe
exactly.
if Harper does become the NBA guard we think he become, maybe he'll accept the bench role, come be the sixth man for them off the bench.
That's what
Maybe
I'm
he'll
thinking
accept
too.
that.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking too.
we'll see. Yeah,
Hey,
because I think
award is a
Harper is
award.
like 2 years away from becoming an all-star. I think he's 2
Yeah.
years away. Yeah, I think Harper though, as soon as next year, could be a sixth man of the year candidate. He's that good already.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Next
Nah,
year,
for sure.
I expect
For
next year
sure.
probably give him a little more minutes. He could get more production, and they're still going to be winning. So I just think that's gonna. And now he'll have playoff experience. He has a year under his belt. You know, that second or third year is when guys really start taking that jump because now they're like, okay, I know what the NBA is like. I have some experience. Okay, I know what I need to work on. Get into the off season, work on these things. Come back the next season better. We always see it with the greats. So I think that's what we're going to see next year. I think he's going to come back with a more improved jumper, get even better going to his right, etc. So yeah, Harper, I see him as one of the next great guards in the league for the next generation.
Yeah.
The most prestigious individual award, MVP. Now this was tough, but SGA for me. Thunder. I mean, 4 consecutive seasons, averaging 30 or more points, shooting over 50% from the field. You only joined Michael Jordan as the only players in NBA history to do so as guards. Oof. You're the first guard to shoot over 55% from the field in a season. The Thunder went 39-9 without J-Dub, and that's a large part due to SGA's brilliance. You broke Wilt Chamberlain's 120-game streak in consecutive games with 20 or more points. First in win shares per 48, second in PER. You led the Thunder to the best record in NBA, led the NBA in clutch points, and a 20-7 record in clutch games. What more can I say? And what was the most tightly contested MVP races we've seen in years between him, Jokic, Luka, and Wemby. I gotta get the slight edge to SGA. I feel like Wemby could have got there if he didn't have the calf injury earlier in the year, and if he would have stayed a little bit more consistent offensively earlier in the year. But man, and then Jokic, to me, he had it until his leg injury. It was him. That Christmas game, I said, yo, this is one of the greatest games I've ever seen. Dude had like 56, 18, and it was absurd what I was watching on Christmas Day against the Timberwolves. He was a clear-cut number one MVP. Everybody had him until he went down with the leg injury that kept him out for a month. Then SGA started to gain ground on him, started overtaking him. And then eventually Wemby started coming in the fold over the last 2 months. Spurs were winning, dominating from February till now. he started coming. And Luka had that March that got him into the discussion. So it was like those four were starting to all really peak at the same time, and we had this tested debate of who was going to win MVP. But at the end of the day, I give the slight edge to SGA. What he's been able to do for his team, with his Robin out basically more than half the season, I got to give him the edge here. Mr. Efficient, man. Dude gets buckets. Whether you love him or hate him, he just gets buckets.
And I love it because I mean, honestly, man, he's in that position now where like he's looking like the Michael Jordan of his generation, bro. It's amazing with his game. You know, just the way he can perform on the biggest stage, and then now you factor in now the fact that it's looking like a possible dynasty, bro. In an era where you could say it's hard as it's ever been to win back to back because we haven't seen it in so long now, and the fact that if he does it, he's gonna get put in some very interesting conversations. And then I think about also the competition being as great as it was. You know, the fact that like all the other guys definitely have a great case of why they could be MVP, especially Wemby. I also feel for my guy Luka with what he's playing, leading the league in scoring. You know, that's as a Laker fan, like that's one of those things where it's like, man, like if he don't get All NBA, it's a travesty. And obviously being a top MVP candidate, but obviously, of course, it is Shea. I mean, it's not much else you can really say because with him, to me, the biggest factor is Jalen being out and the fact they're this good. I mean, at one point they were on pace to break Michael Jordan's record of 77. No, not Michael Jordan. The Warriors' record of 73 games. You know, because they were just that good early on and kind of tapered off a little bit with injuries being a factor as well. But the fact that that they've been this good and they had injuries so much throughout the season and just how consistent he is, and just incredible both ends of the floor, how impactful he is. Man, I think they're my pick right now. The Thunder. They're my pick to win the championship right now. It is from a Thunder versus the field at this point, and Shea is the obviously biggest reason for that. So where like now, you wonder with like for years to come, like could he be a guy where could he become the first to do three in a row with like Larry Bird, or are we going to get championship or excuse me MVP fatigue to come into play at some point in his career? Women's gonna come to that title as well very soon, MVP. But like this year, it's Shea for sure.
Fellas. I do not agree with Shea winning MVP.
What?
I know his pick is. He told me.
The MVP deserves to go to Jaylen Brown, and there's no debate, there's no question. Jaylen Brown, because like MVP is most valuable player. Jaylen Brown has been most valuable to the Boston Celtics this year, and is the reason why they having all this success. Like we said earlier, nobody expected the Celtics to be number 2 in the East, and they succeeded expectations, strictly on the back of Jaylen Brown. Because when I look at that roster, yeah, they got Peyton Pritchard, yeah, they got like a lot of like young guys, but they traded away their whole core, which I wasn't a fan of when they traded away Holiday, and I wasn't a fan because they signed all of them to $100 million extensions, and now you want to trade them away after one loss. But anyway, they still had Jaylen Brown and Pritchard, and pretty much just winning games on the back of their $300 million guy, Jaylen Brown. So that's valuable, more valuable than anything, because when you keep your team afloat, especially in the NBA, like that deserves recognition.
I'm not mad at that, bro. Now one thing I will say that like that's all of that where it's like, man, I can't wait till we become big time and in sport journalism and we can cast our votes. Because one thing I will say, credit to you, bro, is when you think about the definition of the award, it's the word that I feel like isn't focused on enough is value.
Exactly.
Even though I'm not moving off my pick, but as far as if you think of value, there's no one who could be more valuable to a team than Jaylen Brown because of the fact that like imagine let's set the scene right. Jason Tatum's already out.
Mm-hmm.
Say if Jaylen Brown missed the whole season, how bad would they have been?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So when you factor that in, obviously, okay, for the Thunder, Jalen got hurt as well, and Shea played well, but Jalen wasn't out, nearly as much as what Tatum was. Is my point. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they have such a well-rounded team around them as well. the Celtics were not tanking, but they were preparing for there to be a down year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And with Jaylen Brown came in and pretty much flipped the script. You know what I'm saying? From a player standpoint, from a value value standpoint, that there is so much credit got to be earned to Jaylen. And also think about expectation. Again, I'm big on expectation. We expected Shady to do what he's doing this year.
Exactly.
You know, as great as it is, we expected it, which is amazing because how great he is. But no one saw, you know what I'm saying, saw Jaylen being this. I don't know if Celtics fans even saw Jaylen being this. You know what I'm saying? So I think to that point, when you say value, big shout out to Jaylen Brown when it comes to that.
Also, I want to say with OKC though, like they built this foundation right through the draft and trades and all that. So they got Chet, they got Shea, and they got J Dub. So them like with Shea, like you just said, what he's doing this year, everybody, every guy is in their prime of their big three, so they're supposed to be like good, so to speak. So yeah, that's just me. Like they have, and when you look at the team, OKC has like a better roster when I look at OKC than the Celtics. Just being honest, like the Celtics used a lot of Ron Harper Jr. this year, a G League guy, Jordan Walsh. Like they used a lot of their younger guys and G League guys to help them get to that point. So Jaylen Brown is essentially dragged them to a number 2 spot with a whole bunch of two-way players, two-way contract guys, I should say. So, and that just goes to show you that he's way more valuable than Shea in terms of MVP.
Definitely.
I like it.
Love it, man. Now this is I mean, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how the 65 game minimum. Hopefully, Luka. I better see my own NBA teams. We're gonna boycott the NBA. Yo, he better be on there, man. I can't be asinine if he's not on there. Honestly, Cade not being on there is ludicrous to me. So I'm gonna give my all NBAs, my all defense, and all rookie. So I didn't include Cade or Ant, unfortunately.
It's not on the list. That's why they do it.
I don't care what anybody says. I had Luka on there. I don't care. He petitioned. He played 64.
He broke the rules.
I don't care. Yeah, he's on my team. Honestly, I still might put. Let me tell y'all mine right now due to 65 game minimum. So on NBA first team, y'all. My NBA first team, I have Luka Doncic, SGA, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama. Second team, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Duren. Third team, Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Johnson, Cat, Chet Holmgren. Is there? Now, if Anthony Edwards and Cade, honestly, I would have Cade on my first team. If there was no stupid rule, I'll probably have him first team over Jaylen Brown and Jaylen Brown's second team. Because the other guys, man, those are all like the top 4 MVP candidates. So it's like, damn, like you're plucking hairs now. And Cade Cunningham was in the MVP conversation before he got hurt. He was in that conversation, that same realm right there with those guys. And Troy was number 1 seed in the East. Nobody expected that. So it's like, I'll have to put Jaylen Brown down because other guys are no-brainers. And then Ant Edwards will be on my second team. I probably would dock down maybe, man, that's tough. Maybe Mitchell to the third team because Ant Edwards, even though the Timberwolves aren't like dominant, he's having a career year in scoring and stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's tough when you think about it. It's like, damn. So let me know what y'all think about those teams before I say my all defensive and all rookie. Is there anything disagree with or?
But me, it sounds good to me. Yeah, because I didn't. It's kind of like you said. It's hard to tell with that 65 game rule, but so everything sounded okay. So yeah, I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah, Cade would have definitely been on it if it wasn't for this dumb rule, and Edwards too. So, and what's funny is I almost forgot Jalen Johnson. I'm like, wait, when I was doing that, I was like, no, I can't not forget Jalen Johnson. Dude had a historic season. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Hawks are winning, and he's been the main guy. So I was like, he's definitely on that.
Really how good the league is. The fact that we can leave.
Like I had to leave Denny Abia off. He was a worthy All NBA third team selection.
Yeah,
he could have easily been in that third team. That's how I'm just like, damn. Like, yeah, the 65 game minimum sucks, but at the same time, there's a lot of talent. But at the same time, I think they need to get rid of this rule or make some reforms to it. Like, guys get legitimately injured. You know what I'm saying? And guys have to cover more ground nowadays. because it's so fast paced.
What about economic standpoint, bro? Like, that's what I think about. Well, like how's that going to affect you? You know what I'm saying? Like a dude like Kate Cunningham ain't gonna get Supermax anymore because he's not gonna get that All NBA nod, right? You know what I'm saying? So how does that affect NBA economies now? You know what I'm saying?
They need to fix it this offseason before it has a prolonged effect over a
stretch. I heard Adam saying Adam Silver saying he cool with it. You know, was working as
no. They better screw what he means cool with it. I need to go talk to him.
I agree with you.
We need to reform this. Okay, you want to have 65?
I like it. I think just tweak some of the rules a little bit. I like it.
Like, okay, guys play 2,000 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if guy doesn't reach 65 games, but he plays 2,000 minutes, tweak it, bro. Or if he has a severe injury, he gets to 63, 64. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be ruining guys like this right here, man.
I think we should all thank Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers for this 65 game. I'm blaming it.
It started with Greg Popovich. It started back in 2012. I remember that game because I was like, man, I was watching it. I was like, 2012-13, that opening night. He was resting Tim Duncan, I think, Sean Ginobili or something. Yeah, and Tony Parker. Opening night. Yeah, bro. I remember it clear as day. I think it was October 29th, 2012. Yeah, it was crazy. And then and then Kawhi started doing it.
Kawhi in recent history because
Embiid has like real injuries.
Yeah.
Embiid got the most excuse though. And Embiid, man, he got just terrible luck.
I guess Kawhi got nurtured from the system in San Antonio.
I only say Kawhi
because he was seeing that. I was like, let me do that.
I only say Kawhi because like his Clippers time was so lackluster, and it was due to mostly because him and Paul George is sitting. So it was like, and not saying they were really injured. Yeah, yes, they were really injured, but then also they were just nurturing their injury. So I'm like,
injury management all the time.
Yeah, bro.
And Embiid had like real legitimate. The guy's body's just cursed. He's just cursed.
Yeah, it's
a shame, man.
Like happened appendicitis thing going on now.
And we don't know when he's gonna come back.
Right? He's probably done.
He might miss the first round. They're obviously gonna get swept or losing 5.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're not gonna win playoffs either.
Nah, I saw he's done for the season. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I just want to try how to injury.
Yeah.
Let me get my all defensive teams real quick. So all defensive first team, I have Wemby, Chet led the Thunder to #1 defense in the league. Bam Adebayo, Heat were a top 10 defense. Bam covers everything. Like, dude could play on the perimeter, guard in the post. He does everything for the Heat defense. Rudy Gobert, this guy is one of the best defenders in the league. When he's on the court, they're a better defensive rating team with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So even though people like to clown on him, defensively, he's still a beast. Scotty Barnes. When you talk about versatile defender that can do everything, this is what I saw when he was in high school and college. I knew he was going to be special defensively. Offensively, he still needs to get better if he wants to become that superstar, but defensively, he is one of the best versatile defenders we have in this league. He can guard literally every position. All defensive second team, I have the Thompson twins. I have Kason Wallace, Draymond Green, Derek White. That's my all defensive 2 teams.
Draymond Green?
Yeah, second team.
Draymond Green? You think he deserves, do we think he... Do we think he deserves to be on any team?
On the second team. Even New York Times and Yahoo saw him there.
I mean, I did see that, but I don't think he deserves to be on any team. You know,
because his team is not good.
Is it because of resume? Is he getting it, or is he?
Yeah, I feel like it's because his name and resume is Draymond Green, former DPOY. That's why people are putting him up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if it was I think he's still an impactful enough defender to get the all defensive second team this season. I think he's still impactful.
Only because
is this the rule? By the way, are you factoring in the rule with this list with the defense player?
The 65.
All of the all those guys games.
Yes, another probably reason why too. So, Alex Caruso wasn't eligible.
Oh, okay.
That's
he's one of the best defenders too. He would have been on my
list. All right. So with the rule, I think it makes more sense. But Personally, I wouldn't. I'm not putting my man up. I'm not putting him up. Nobody's scared. Like nobody's scared of Draymond no more. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody's scared. Nobody's scared.
What's up, Jordan?
Prime Draymond, you think they were scared of him?
Prime Draymond, yeah, he was giving people trouble. Prime Draymond.
Yeah, that was a while ago now, bro.
He also was kicking them in the private area.
Exactly. And that's another thing too, bro. You also gotta. Yeah, exactly. He got anger issues. He got anger issues.
Yo. Or were you saying, Phil?
No, I was just laughing. I was just saying, like when you mentioned Prime Draymond Green, like, bro, that was a long time ago now. April 36. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
he'll be 36 in May. Yeah, like 2
right. So just like just the same Prime Draymond Green and still trying to compare like what he is now to that. He's definitely not that.
Thank you.
And that's a compliment to him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm just that's a compliment to him. He's definitely not that version of himself anymore. But like you know, you could argue to Matt's point. You could argue like there's other dudes who were more impactful that don't have the same resume as him.
Exactly.
That's really it.
All rookie first team: Cooper, Khan, VJ Edgecombe, Derek Queen, Dylan Harper. Second team: Ace Bailey, Jeremiah Fears, Maxime Reynaud, Colin Murray Boyles, Cedric Coward.
Fears was good. I was really excited about that.
Honestly, I'll be shocked.
First
team is spot on. Yeah,
I agree.
No,
Jeremiah
was a different rookie season. VJ Edgecombe, any other year, he'd probably be rookie of the year if it wasn't for Khan and Cooper. You know what I'm saying? He's had a great rookie year too.
He'll be good for a long time.
Derek Queen looks solid. I think he'll be a good NBA player. Yeah. I don't know about All-Star yet, but I think he'll be. He had some games where he was looking like, oh, poor man's Jokic. Oh, okay. Or maybe Simpson.
He better be nice though, because the Pelicans traded that first round pick though. So
he
better.
You better pan out.
And then Dylan Harper is a contributor on a winning team. And then Ace Bailey, he jumped out the last couple weeks with some scoring outbursts. He's looking pretty solid. I want to see him continue to refine his game. He's young too. He's only like 18, 19. People forget how young he is. Yeah. Jeremiah Fears had a 40-point outburst, I believe, the other day. I'm like, he's young too. He's like 18, 19. He's only Ace Bailey, Cooper, and Jeremiah Fears. These guys are like teenagers. These guys are kids. They have a long way to go, but these guys can be some really good NBA players, man. And then Cedric Coward, I think, is going to be a solid pro for like the next 15 years. This guy's a two-way wing, shoot the three ball. I don't know if he'll ever be an all-star, but I think he'll be a solid starter for a long time. And then Murray Boyles, a versatile big man. And Reynaud is a French big man who play on the future French team with Wemby in the 28 Olympics. Yo, that the French team's going to be crazy in 28.
They're coming for revenge, y'all.
They got some draft picks coming too in the next couple of years. Like, they coming, man. I'm telling you, they're coming. So we did all our awards. Now let's do a little playoff preview before we end the show. So right now we got the Eastern Conference. We have the Pistons 1, Celtics 2, Knicks 3, Cavs 4, Hawks 5. 6 through 9 or 10 in the East is so fluctuated, man. Hawks, Raptors, Magic are all so close in standings. Sixers, Hornets are so close. Same with the Heat. If they win a game, they kind of Hornets lose. They're tied record with the Hornets. It's crazy. I know last day of regular season, a lot of guys are going to be resting, but there's still a lot of implications to be played for. And then the Western Conference, Thunder and Spurs are locked at top 2 seeds. Nuggets have the 3 seed, but if they lose today to the Spurs, they could go down to the 4 seed. That will make the Spurs path easier to get to the conference finals because then they don't have to play the Nuggets or the Thunder in the first 2 rounds. So they'll play the Lakers. And the Lakers play the Jazz today. That should be an easy win if any. Well, I don't know if LeBron's playing. We'll see.
The Jazz tanking, we're definitely winning that.
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm the Spurs, I don't know if you want to play Wemby, but I'm trying to win this game. You don't want to see the Nuggets in the second round, man. And especially with a lot of their artists that for maybe Jokic sitting, that could be an easy win for you guys. I'm saying, you got to have that in the back of your mind. I know it's the last day of the regular season, but there's some implications here, man. You want to have an easy path to the Western Conference Finals, especially as a young, inexperienced team. Your first go-around, you want to, And then we have the Lakers at 4, but that could jump to 3 if they win today and the Nuggets lose. Rockets, Rockets too. Rockets and Nuggets are like all so close, man. But I don't think the Rockets are stuck at 5. Yeah, I think they're stuck at 5.
I agree.
Unless the Lakers lose, because they're only one game up in the loss column and win column. And then we have the Timberwolves. They locked the 6th seed yesterday or the other day when Ant scored 43 against the Rockets. The Suns are at 44-37. I think they're locked in at 7. And then we have the Trailblazers, Clippers, and Warriors at 7 through 10. So, yeah, it's Warriors are well under 500. I don't want to see them in the playoffs. Sorry, Steph.
Yeah,
You guys are well under 500. You guys are 7 games as of right now, as we're speaking, under 500. And you
Listen, they're another team that got the worst luck too, man. Because after that Jimmy trade, you know, they played well last year in the playoffs, but then this year everybody's like, oh, they're always scary. They're always scary. They just have the worst luck whatsoever. So
towards ACL. Moses Moody had a torn patella, and Steph missed like 2 months of basketball. So that's why
they did look scary. They did look scary.
Yeah, if those don't happen, I think they're at least.
They were so unlucky. They were so unlucky. They had to do playing with his left hand who was injured, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's like you're watching a G League team out there, basically.
Yeah.
For real, yeah.
It's not great to watch, honestly.
It's like, who are these dudes?
It's not, and I do not like Steve Kerr's coaching, bro, because he only is able to coach like a Steph Curry type player, and Steph Curry is a one in a generation type talent. So the fact that he has these G League type players coming out here shooting threes, it's so bad to watch.
It looks crazy.
Do you guys want to start with the East or West? Talk about some few matchups we are looking at that might be intriguing.
Let's start with East, I would say.
East? So right now, as we speak, Pistons will play the Sixers in the first round. And I just think the Pistons, with no Joel Embiid, I think they can win that in 5 games. Maybe I think Sixers might get 1 game, but a hot game from Maxey and Paul George. But with Cade back now, the way this team has been clicking on all cylinders throughout the course of the season, defensively, you have an interior force down there in Jalen Duren, who also rebounds the ball. They have a great role guys. I think they learned how to play without Cade during his time out. And now you plug him back into the unit now. They're more confident now because they're like, oh, we won games without our MVP guy there. Now we're ready for the playoffs. I think it's going to be a different Pistons team from what we saw last year.
Yeah, you being generous, DJ. I think
I just don't give the Sixers any shot with no Embiid.
Yeah, that's sweet, bro.
That's a clean sweep, bro. I gave up on the Sixers like 2 years ago. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, for real. I would have traded
But
Embiid.
the thing is interesting. If the Hornets get the 8th seed, now that's an interesting series. That's a series I want to see.
I think they can get 7. I was gonna say they can get 7. I want to see a Celtics Hornets series.
Facts.
Oh, you want to see Celtics Hornets?
Yeah, I want to see Celtics Hornets.
Yeah.
I think whoever the Hornets play between the Pistons or the Celtics, just the way their offense is, how fast they play. They have some good wings on their team. Brandon Miller, Con Knippel can space the floor. Musa Diabate is an offensive rebounding machine. LaMelo Ball has become better. He's kind of toned down his game to be more conducive towards winning. And they have a cast of guys. Kalkbrenner is a big body out there. He's a good shot blocker and stuff like that. Rebounds basketball, finish plays. They have some. I don't know if they'll win. Hornets could give a team some trouble. I don't know if they'll win a series, but I think they could give a Celtics or Pistons team, make it a long series, maybe 6 games or so. Because I just love the way they play. Coach Lee has been incredible for them this season. It's going to be a good test for them because I feel like they need this test to get to the next level next season. I think they have some pieces they can build on. This season has been a success for them. Nobody saw this coming. And they've been one of the best teams in the league since January. So I think whoever they play, I don't know if I'm the Celtics or Pistons, I'm praying that we don't have to play the Hornets because it's going to be a track race.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to play it. And then you have athletic freaks and Miller and Miles Bridges who catch lobs you have to keep up with. Oh, God. With LaMelo pushing in transition. Oh, man. Nightmare right there. Nightmare.
It'd be tough.
So Yeah, that'll be interesting because 7 and 8 seeds always tough because you don't know when I was playing who's going to be setting those seeds. But I'd rather play the Hornets. I mean, I'd rather play the Magic or the Sixers than the Hornets if I'm the Pistons or the Celtics. Magic, they can't shoot, and then the Sixers always have injury issues. So it's like, I'd rather see one of those two teams because then I could get an easy first round matchup and then be well rested for the second round. Knicks will play the Raptors as of right now. I think the Knicks could take care of that in like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
I think the most interesting first round matchup will be the Cavs and the Hawks.
That could go 7.
I think it will go 7. I think it will go 7. I think it will go 7.
Yeah, I see it going 7.
Well, Alexander Walker, Jalen Johnson, his high flying self. Oyonka Okongwu.
I say right now, if you go 7, I'm picking the Hawks.
Their guards can really put it on the floor and score. Dyson Daniels is a great perimeter defender. This Hawks team, if I'm the Cavs, especially with the Cavs in their playoff history, I wouldn't be shocked if the Hawks pulled the upset. I would not be shocked. And that'll be the upset of the playoffs because they're a young team. They got Jonathan Kuminga on this team too. I forgot to mention. He's been pretty solid for them since he got traded. He has more opportunity now. He's a two-way athletic. They got an athletic team with wings. I think that's something the Cavs are going to struggle with because they don't really have wings who can guard their athleticism on the perimeter. So they're going to need a dominant showing from Mobley offensively, Jared Allen. Their bigs going to have to play like bigs and impose their will in that matchup. But yeah, whoever they play in the first round, Hawks or Raptors, if I'm them, I'm praying to get the Raptors. Because Raptors, I know they have Brandon Ingram, scoring machine, but outside of him, who's really a bucket getter like that? I can't really think of anybody on top of my head who's really a bucket getter or someone I'm afraid to really have to guard out in transition. Yeah. Hawks, I don't want to see them in the first round if I'm the Cavs, so you're probably praying. Jalen Johnson's out today, resting, So we'll see once everything's finalized, but as of right now, it'll be the Cavs Hawks. That will be one of the most intriguing matchups in the first round. Definitely.
And if it goes 7, trust James Harden in the game 7 if you want to. I'm taking the Hawks if it goes 7.
James Harden, I got no faith in James Harden.
Yo, me too, bro. And you know what's funny? The Cavs will be at home, more pressure.
That's what I'm saying. I do not trust
James Harden cannot play in a game 6 or a game 7. Bro. I do not.
Yeah, when it matters most.
He hasn't proven to us, so I can't give him the benefit of the doubt. He just hasn't proven.
I saw this man get outscored by PJ Tucker in a game 7. I don't want to hear it.
I saw him get outplayed by Manu Ginobili in his prime.
Man, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
When Ginobili blocked the shot to win the game, bro, I was like, yo, what am I watching? I couldn't believe it. This is prime James Harden we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I said, when people say him better than D Wade, I'm like,
I was about to bring that up.
I have like a meme face on. I'm like, bruh.
If you were saying Harden is better, it just shows what you care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Harden's a great player. Sure. And that's the thing. That's my issue. Like, what's the result?
Well, the game is more than just numbers. You got to have more context in it, man.
Empty calories. It's empty calories.
What will be the clear-cut GOAT?
And Harden's he's made the playoffs every year of his career, but it's like, okay, but like, what have you done with that though? You know what I'm saying?
One finals appearance.
Like, even one chip. Like, one finals appearance.
And he's in his 17th season. It's crazy.
Right.
And my thing is he keeps when stuff goes wrong, he keeps asking for trades at different contending teams.
Yep.
So it's like
even more.
So it's like, come on, like what are we actually talking about?
Yeah, no accountability on his part. It's like, yo, you don't get in a stance in that chair and play defense, man. Like, at least try. Yeah. I'm not saying you gotta be great at it, but at least try.
Hell yeah.
Western Conference, I'm very intrigued.
Woo. That's gonna be good.
I think the second round matches are gonna be better. I feel like the first rounds are gonna be a little. Thunder right now will play the Blazers. That's a sweep.
Yeah.
I don't really have to get into. Yeah, they'll play the Blazers or the Clippers. Clippers, maybe Kawhi can get you a game, but Thunder are gonna overmatch. I was watching the Thunder the other day against the Clippers. They were just overmatched, bro. They were just overmatched, man. it
Got
was
to
just
go to the blender.
I saw in a span of like 5 minutes, they went up to like 20 points. I was like, damn, that's demoralizing. Poor Kawhi is trying to get buckets back in the game. He's trying to do his Kawhi. I was like, Kawhi, I'm sorry, but you're not in your prime anymore, buddy. You're not really in this team back. This ain't happening against this team. It's okay, buddy.
Hell no.
You're gonna get you'll get one game maybe or the Kawhi outburst, but you're not beating the Thunder. Spurs will play the Suns.
And what shot if it don't even happen, bro? By the way, I can see the Blazers getting that 8 seed. To be honest with you, I mean, because the Clippers are 9, so I can see them out of it anyway. I don't see them even making the playoffs.
Yeah, whoever has we'll see, because the play-in, the play-in has to happen. But
yeah,
as of right now, the Spurs will play the Suns. I see the Spurs being the Suns in 5. I think Devin Booker will have a game. Yeah, I think Devin Booker will have a game where he gets hot, but I just think the Spurs are a much better team. Honestly,
yeah.
That's another guy. That's another guy you could argue in the Coach of the Year conversation. I forgot who the Suns coach name is, but nobody saw the Suns even being this relevant.
I think Devin Booker needs to get out of Phoenix ASAP.
Yeah,
I think he wants to be Reggie Miller for the Suns. He wants to spend his whole career there, and
bro, I understand that.
He ain't gonna win nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we don't recognize his greatness as much now. I feel like it's kind of like an afterthought now, as much as great as he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bucket, but it's like, I don't know. He's not winning there. He's not winning.
I think he needs to get out right now. Yeah, facts. I feel like he needs to get out like right now. Like it's now or never for him to like ask for a trade, because if he asks any later, he's gonna be a potential second, third option on a championship team. Right now, if he goes right now, he could be a solidified second best player on a championship team.
For as long as he's been in the league, he still won't be 30 until the start of next season.
Really?
It's wild to think about. Remember, he came to the NBA very young. He was like 18.
Wait, he played Kobe.
NBA game. 19.
Yeah, that he was a part of that John Calipari one and done here.
Kentucky, with Cat, Olakali Stein, Harrison. It was crazier that year in
2015. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're getting old. We're getting old, man. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't see the Suns. They'll win one game, maximum 2, because I feel like they're a frisky team. They have Dylan Brooks has had a breakout season, but they don't have the personnel. Nuggets will play the Timberwolves. I think that's locked in already.
I got
Timberwolves beating the Nuggets if they play.
Yeah, I got Timberwolves.
It ain't the first time it's happened.
That's what I'm saying. I got
Timberwolves either play the Lakers or they'll play the Nuggets. Whoever comes out the 3rd seed at the end of today, that's interesting. They're mopping the Lakers. I'm sorry.
Wow. Because so is Luka he missed the whole playoffs, or like the Luka's out for the whole first round?
Reeves, I think, is gonna miss the rest of the whole first round, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Luka, we don't know. We need to see, because hamstring coming on back to playoff intensity is different than regular season.
Hell yeah.
So I'm worried,
sick, bro.
Crazy.
Nuggets. I don't know if Timberwolves could beat the Nuggets this year. I don't know, man. You have a more consistent, even better version of Jamal Murray. Aaron Gordon's healthy. You have a good backup center now in Valanciunas. I don't know, man. I don't think Timberwolves do it this year. And they don't have a true point guard.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards been dealing with a knee issue. I know he looked good the other day, but Nuggets are a different breed from the Rockets. Jokic is a supercomputer. He's gonna break out that defense better than anybody else in the league. So I just don't see how they guard that. And Jokic owns Gobert. Like, his greatest career games are like he has a 60-point triple-double against Gobert last year. 60-point triple-double. Hey, come on, bro. He owns Gobert, bro. This ain't even a question.
You remember that quote? He said, no, I got him. Like, brother, I had 47.
Yeah, exactly.
The only time they beat the Nuggets was when they had Cat. They had that double big lineup to throw at him. So he had to see 2 7-footers at once. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they haven't had that in now the last 2 seasons. What happened?
And Randall ain't really been a great second option for real. So we gotta see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they had a Nickeil Alexander Walker the way he's playing now, then I'll feel more
Yeah,
confident.
that's
Now you got another
yeah.
20-point guy, consistent perimeter bucket guy, alleviate some pressure off Ant, and then Ant could actually exert more energy on the defensive end.
Mhm.
But we haven't gotten to see that. So, yeah, it's going to be. And then Lakers will play Rockets as of right now, or it could be the Nuggets playing the Rockets. Rockets are going to play the Nuggets or the Lakers. If they play the Lakers, they have a good shot to get past the first round without Luka.
Yeah.
That'll be an easy series for them. But they'll play, if they play the Nuggets, they ain't beating the Nuggets, bro. The Rockets team is so flawed offensively. I just don't see it. Sengun can't shoot. Their point guard can't shoot. Amon Thompson can't shoot for to save his life, even though he's a great defender. But he can't. Like, you're too limited offensively. It's hindering your team. Jabari Smith is great, but he can't create his own shot. It's so much on KD's hands to have to carry this team. Rockets, I think, and they're missing Fred VanVleet. We'll see what they are next year when he's healthy. Even then, I don't think they're a title contender. I think Thompson has to take the next step offensively. Sengun has become a better shooter, and VanVleet hopefully comes back healthy. If those things happen, maybe, but they're just not. They're a good team, but they're not a title contender.
It makes you wonder who their player development coach is, because to me, with the addition of KD and when they traded Jalen Green, at least I thought Thompson was going to take that like leap without having a consistent jump shot. It's hard to do that in today's NBA. So it's like that's where it's like, dang, like not just to me, that was almost as big of a detriment as losing Fred VanVleet, because like when you add a KD, you know, you think, okay, one of our young guys is going to take that leap with them to where we really be an elite basketball team. And when you don't have that happen the way you need it to, it's going to be hard to see, even if you have VanVleet help, to me. So,
definitely. But yeah, man, I'm really more intrigued with the second round matchups in the West if we get them, man. I know we have to still see the playoff seeding, was how everything's finalized, but at the end of the day, it's recording it before the finalization of the games and the seedings and standings. So the Western Conference second round, I think it's going to be insane this year. It's going to be crazy, I think. I think we're going to see the Thunder, Spurs, we're going to see Nuggets in there, and then maybe I say the Timberwolves in the second round. I think those will be the 4 teams that come out the first round. The second round, the semifinals, can be some of the greatest basketball I think we'll ever see in the Western Conference. It's going to be cinema. Yeah. I want to see Spurs, Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. That's what I want to see.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty much booked, honestly.
I want to see that go 7, baby. Please, God, please keep everybody healthy. I want to see everybody full force healthy. Not no injuries to to Wemby or to Chet or no. I want to see everybody healthy so we don't get no asterisks, as people like to say, or caveats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody healthy. I don't want to. So hopefully Dylan Harper stays healthy. Stephon Castle. I'm gonna say this now: if Wemby were able to get this team to the finals, and the fact that we're even saying this, and it's not even like a fallacy that it could actually happen, it's crazy to me. I did not see. I knew he'll be great, but I didn't see them being a title contender in his third season. I thought maybe year 6, year 5.
Now,
year 6,
the way
year 7.
he built that team, like they built that team so early, like it's phenomenal. Like he came in rookie year.
They saw how good he was right away. They said, "Oh yeah, we can't be wasting our time right here.
Exactly. He came in. He came into the league.
How great we're gonna have him. So you got to expedite the process. You know what I'm saying? That's why they traded away for Fox last year, and that's why they extended him. This is a guy who's been proven an all-star. He had a playoff series against the Warriors a couple of years. He was balling out. So, and Fox is a proven guy. So that will help them too. Hopefully, he can help them in this playoff push. Man, I'm excited.
He came into the league. Wemby came into the league talking about like, I'm trying to win. So that's what they did, you know.
Yeah. If Spurs don't make it to the Western Conference Finals, it's gonna be some Thunder and Nuggets. It's gonna be Thunder and one of those two.
Be great too.
I'm telling you, one of those 3 teams coming out the West, and the only 2 teams I see that could beat the Thunder are the Spurs or Nuggets. I think the Nuggets have a better shot because Jokic just knows how to break down a defense. He's seen it all because he has experience. You know what I'm saying? He's the best player in the league. So, but if Wemby were to somehow get this team, oof, and he's gonna play more minutes. You see how much numbers he's putting up with 25 minutes, 29 minutes per game. When his minutes extend, you see the crazy numbers he be putting up. Ooh. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. We're gonna see playoff Wemby. This is gonna be next level, man. I'm ready for it. We haven't never seen a 7-4-5 guy, 6 guy do what he can do in this type of setting. So it's gonna be scary. Who y'all got coming out each conference?
I was just thinking about that. Right now, man, I think it's Thunder Celtics right now.
Thunder Celtics. I got the Celtics coming out the East too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? You
For
leaving your
me,
Knicks, or you think you can turn? No.
so here's
No.
the thing. Like, here's the thing. Like, as a fan, yes, I want to say they could pull it out. So I got Knicks Spurs, and that's based off like that NBA Cup. But if not, I got Detroit and Spurs.
Oh, you got Detroit coming out the East.
Yeah, I got
Whoa,
Detroit coming out the
okay.
East.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Only reason I'm concerned about Detroit, they don't have that legitimate secondary scorer outside of Cade.
Right.
When Cade's in foul
That's
trouble,
true.
having an off night, who's that guy on the perimeter that teams have to try to stop? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm worried about. Because Durant is great, but he's a third option to me on a title-winning team. As great as he is, he's not a guy I'm saying, yeah, go get us a bucket. You know what I'm saying? We're down by 1. Need you to go get us a bucket. Cade's on the bench right now. If he's fouled out, I need you to go get us. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm thinking. But yeah, this has been I know Matt just got disconnected. He had some internet issues there. But Phil, tell people where they could find your work, man.
Yes, sir, man. Check me out, Wilson Way Sports Talk, the YouTube channel. Man, check me out, Wilson Way Sports Network on my blog site, Wilson Way Sports, everything pretty much. Well, Philip Wilson, LinkedIn, Instagram is PhilWill24, Phil Wilson on Facebook.
Yes, sir. And you guys know where to find me, DJ Sports Show, on Instagram, on TikTok. Follow. Make sure you spread the word. Anybody loves sports. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure hit the like, subscribe button, and share anybody you know. And, just continue to support the brand. We're continuously trying to grow. It's going to be a great time of year. We got the NBA playoffs now. NBA draft's not too far behind. So, hey, draft lottery's next month, fellas. So I just want you to get into that time of year. But, Matt's back on now. Matt, tell people where they can find you, man.
So you guys can find me at Matt Kane Media, Matt Kane _media on Instagram. And also Locker Room Logic episode, Locker Room Logic on Instagram, TikTok. Episode dropping tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great episode with my guys, Matt Kane and Philip Wilson, discussing the NBA awards and some playoff preview. I'm your host, DJ Hampton, DJ Sports Show, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.